going to perform the RLC series circuit or acceptor circuit. Here you can see audio generator which will supply the AC signal. These are the values of frequency that you can change from 10 to 100. You can change these values from 10 Hz to 100 Hz. This is for attenuation. You can attenuate your signal. Here you don't need to do it as it's already set. This is the amplitude of your signal. Okay, you will increase it or decrease it. It will increase or decrease the maximum or maximum value of your current, your AC signal, of your AC input. We will say we will do it on maximum. We'll keep it on maximum. We are getting a maximum value of amplitude from here so that we can get large values of current from here. These are the multipliers. And let's suppose you start with 10 Hz and you end to 100 Hz, but your graph is nowhere complete, so you need more values or greater values than 100. So what you will do, these are the multipliers. Like it's 10, now it's on 1. It means that 10 into 1, your value will be 10 into 1, 15 into 1, 20 into 1, 25 into 1, and 100 into 1 at the end. Now you need more values, you need more greater values of frequency. So what you will do, you will get back here at 10 and then push this multiplier, 10 into 10. What you will get, 10 into 10 will 100 Hz. That will be the last value. So you will get the same value as at 100 Hz, same value of current. So now when you increase it, you will go from 10 to 15 Hz. That will be 15 into 10. That will be 150 Hz. Okay, 15 into 10. So you again increase these values up to 100. That will be 100 into 10, 1000. So that is how, if you need further values, so you will go back to 10 and then you will push the next multiplier. That will be 10 into 100. So that is how you will get a large range of frequency from this audio oscillator. Now here is your circuit. You can see from here, this is the ammeter, milliammeter, which is in series with resistance. This is inductor. It's in series with inductor. This resistance is connected below this board with this inductor. This is further connected here with this capacitor. That is your capacitor, and that capacitor is further go to the signal generator. You can see it here. Okay, so your circuit is connected already. You have to attach this circuit with your audio oscillator with these wires. Now we will start taking values. Let's see. You can see ammeter and you can see the audio oscillator. Now we will give it some values of frequency. Right now I have pressed the multiplier number into 1, so it will be 10 Hz. Now increase these values and you can see on ammeter the needle is not moving. It means that the values of the current are too low for this meter to measure. Here after 40 Hz you will see a slight change in the current. You see there is a very slight change in the current. So what we will do, we will start with the next multiplier here from 100, 10 into 10. So I'll write it down. Hz, and the current will be 0.1 milliamperes. Now we will take the next value at 15 into 10. That would be 150. And according to the ammeter, our needle is at 1.5 milliamperes. You don't need to write it again and again once you have mentioned it here. Now the next value will be 20 into 10, that will be 200, that is 2 milliamperes. We will go to 30, that is 2.5. There is very small increase in the frequencies. At 40 it will be 3. At 440 into 10 it will be 3. At 50 it is almost 3.5 to 3.8 somewhere. Now further, at 60 it will give you a value of is a bit more than 4, let's say 4.2. At 70, or let's say at 80, it will give you a value of, at 800 it will give you a value of 5.2. Now at 100 it will be 7. 100 into 10,000, it will be 7 milliamperes. So now what will we do? We will use the next multiplier and we will go back to 10 and the next multiplier, that is 10 into 1000, 10 into 100, sorry, and it will be you have already noted down, we have already noted down the value of 1000. It's same here, it's 7 at the ammeter. So that is how we are going to take values. Now we will go to 2000, and let's say at 1500 it will be 1.2. At 1500 now we are seeing a rapid increase in current. It is sorry, yes, it was 0 point, all these values are 0 point, 0.1, 0.15, 0.2, 0.25, 0.3, 0.38, 0.42, 0.52, 0.7, and then 1. And as you further increase the value, which is at 1500, so at 1500 it is 1.1, and at 2000 it's 1.5, 2000 it's 1.5, at 3000 it's 2.3, at 3000 it's 2.3, at 4000 it is going out of scale, so we will get it in scale by at, it is a bit moving. So at 4000 it is 2.6 almost. At 5000 it is 2.9. Now we can see that the current has started decreasing. At 6000, or we can say where exactly it started decreasing, 50, after 50. So you can say that 5000 is it FR, because after that the current start decreasing. At 6000 the value comes back to 2.7. At 7000 it comes back to 2.3. At 8000 it comes back to 2. At 9000 it's 1.7. That is how we will calculate the values. I will give you all the values separately so that you can measure the graph. Now I will give you the values of acceptor circuit, and you will plot the graph and find FR, bandwidth and quality factor from it. That will be your assignment that you have to submit before your exams, okay? Or Dr. Arslan will explain it to you when you are going to submit your assignment. So now I will give you all the values and you will plot the graph and find all these values. FR, you have to take anti-log. Okay, you have to take anti-log of all these values. Not all these values. When you plot the graph with log of f, and then you take anti-log, and then you will put values of FR, del F, that is bandwidth, and quality factor. That is our experiment number 3.